This
Here's
ain't crazy talk. I know it happened, bro.
Well then,
I know.
so what, you want to tell it or not? Because either you're going to hold it in and let it destroy your life, or you just going to...
Besties, this till today is still one of the scariest transformations I've ever seen in my life. To go from this
career and them empire checks is no longer coming in.
You and Bryshere, do y'all communicate?
I've texted with him recently.
Okay, what'd you say?
Yeah, I was just looking. I've been looking for him.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, that was my brother for 5 years, and I didn't take that lightly. I don't take brotherhood, lightly, because I'm so close to my blood brothers. So I see what my brother is going through, and I have consistent.
Wait, not Bryshere Gray running to Africa after getting exposed for allegedly having full-blown HIV. Bryshere has been a major trending topic for a minute now, especially after he popped up on the Blue app selling his body for rent money. Everyone has been wondering how he went from being one of the most promising young black actors in the industry to becoming a substance addict, a prison regular, and now a whole star doing videos with other men. And just when we thought things couldn't get worse, some of the people he has been making content with exposed him for allegedly having HIV. Apparently, he has had it for a minute, and he actually knows exactly who gave it to him. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you definitely know about Bryshere and his new career as a gay cornstar. He initially soft-launched his new career by posting suggestive photos of himself. Then he started posting up with trans women. Next thing we knew, he was playing with himself, and as we speak, he is on there bending for other men to clap his cheeks on camera. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with him doing content with other men. This is probably who he has always been, so that's not even the point here. I mean, did y'all see the face he made in that one interview with Wendy Williams when she asked him if he had a girlfriend?
Do you have a girlfriend? No.
That right there is the face of a man saying, "Sorry, I don't swing that way." And the fact that he had Wendy fooled is impressive because she is usually quick to clock a gay man. Anyway, the reason folks were upset about Bryshere selling his cake for rent money is because most of what he's doing now is just a response to the trauma he has been through since the very start of his career. In fact, he initially tried to tell us about what he was going through, but no one took him seriously. At the time, he said certain higher-ups in the industry who he was once involved with were putting big money into destroying his career and reputation, and that Hollywood is not as glamorous as they make it out to be. According to Bryshere, he had to do some things he didn't want to do, and when he tried to pull back, that's when the sabotage started.
What the allegations are about, literally waking up to allegations is kind of crazy, and I guess when you're a celebrity or if you're a person of public interest, you gotta be super careful on, I guess, being you, I don't know.
Now, at the time, he didn't really give all the details about what really happened or who the people who were destroying him were, but you can leave it to the internet to figure it out. And baby, they connected those dots quickly. So it all goes back to when Bryshere was being managed by Charlie Mack. You see, after Bryshere made it big from Empire, he was dragged into freak-offs after Charlie allegedly introduced him to Will under the disguise of a mentorship. And right after that, Bryshere was introduced to Diddy as well. Do y'all peep what is going on here? At the time, many people didn't realize how disturbing all these link-ups were. But looking back now, they were introducing him to all the people he would allegedly have to bend over for at some point. And mind you, around the same time Bryshere was getting introduced to Diddy and Will for this so-called mentorship, both Will and Diddy had some nasty allegations against them. There was an active investigation into Diddy for messing around with not-so-grown men. So if anyone at all even cared about Bryshere's well-being, that would have been enough to know that handing him over to these men was a terrible idea. According to a U.S. court filing from that time, James Rosemond, the music manager turned substance kingpin, was reportedly questioned about the sexual preferences of entertainers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having intimate relationships with yet-to-be-of-age boys. And according to Jaguar Wright, Will was allegedly already doing things to his son, Jaden. and Bryshere was no different. She brought up a supposed incident where Bryshere and Meek Mill were seen by Will and Jada's neighbors running out of their house in the middle of the night with no clothes on after an alleged freak-off.
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bryshere Gray, left that house screaming. August the only one that stayed, and I guess he was really sick. He needed a dog.
Was doing things to boys and did stuff to your son, and you ain't do shit about it. Bilal told me everything. He told me that you knew Will was f***ing your child. That he know that Will Smith, Jaden, he Bryshere and he Meek Mills, and you know it, Bilal.
And for those of y'all wondering who Bilal is, he is Will's former best friend and ex-personal assistant. He pretty much confirmed all the rumors about Will and Bryshere during a series of interviews he did with Tasha K, and he didn't hold back one bit. His allegations were so nasty that he ended up in a nasty legal battle with Jada. Bilal alleged that during a trip to Chicago with Bryshere, when Bridget was still supposedly under Will's wing, Bryshere broke down and told him that Will had allegedly been sleeping with him and even giving him away to other people in the industry for freak-offs.
You hold him down because he was like, Charlie Mack is not going to be able to be there because him and Charlie had something else going on. I arrived in Chicago for Empire. It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on. I pulled him to the side. I said, listen, I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. Okay. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will, you know Diddy made me suck his. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo.
Now, a lot of people were just sure how to feel about Bilal's comments, but they found this interview that Terrence Howard had done, seemingly confirming that Bryshere was in fact played with. And that's when everything started clicking. Terrence wasn't as direct with his allegations because he saw how quick Jada was to drag Bilal to court, but he definitely said enough for people to know who he was talking about.
When you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
And remember what I said about Bryshere trying to tell us what they did to him? Well, it turns out he actually tried to file a lawsuit, but it was sabotaged and thrown out before it even had a chance to get anywhere. This was revealed by a blind item that said, and I quote, "I suspect the soon-to-step-forward male victim of sexual assault by this A-list mogul will not be the last man to do so. Sean Diddy Combs." Now, since the lawsuit never got through, we don't know the details of what Bryshere was going to say, but people believe it would have included some info about his alleged HIV diagnosis. In fact, Diddy actually did get sued by a man identifying as a John Doe, and in that lawsuit, the man alleged that he had caught HIV after allegedly being SA'd by Diddy. So according to him, he had multiple drinks at Diddy's party back in 2014, not knowing that the dunks had been laced with something. Soon enough, he passed out, and when he woke up, He was allegedly getting SA'd by Diddy. He said he tested for STDs right after and there was nothing there, but he did another test months later and tested positive for HIV.
Diddy got into a fight. He got into an altercation, people, because they said Diddy ain't no punk now. Now, Diddy may like him some BBC. Diddy may like some 1, 2, 3. Diddy might have a jalapeno. Diddy may be, allegedly be a cuckold and all that stuff. But one thing, Diddy ain't no punk. And they said that another inmate, said some things to Diddy about his manhood and possibly his alleged STD. And hey, they said Diddy wrapped his hands around the boy's neck and started squeezing and got sent to the hole. But see, here's the thing, man. In a lot of prisons, you might get denied your special medication. And word on the street is, man, that he might be getting denied that special type of medication. It's already hard to get. You understand what I'm saying? Since he's locked up, but he can't, he can't get it. But hey.
So if Bryshere was really Diddy's boy toy, and Diddy has HIV, and the man he allegedly caught HIV after being SA'd by him, then the chances that Bryshere caught his alleged HIV from Diddy is not very far-fetched. No shade. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said, "What Bryshere Gray and people in the same situations don't understand is if you keep quiet, you're giving them power and control over you. Speak your truth, period. Prayers." Another person said, Will Smith and P. Diddy ruined him. Remember, Will offered to mentor him only to introduce him to Diddy. They ruined him. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Bryshere getting exposed for allegedly having HIV? And do y'all think he caught it from Diddy and Will? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.